All right, welcome back to another episode of the Loan Officer Wealth Podcast. This is a special episode. I'm coming to you live from Miami. I've actually been flown down here to speak at an event. It's actually one of the largest agency events in North America, and they have brought me in because we've made such large waves with our concierge booking service. And I have been on the side, just helping some people out as a consultant, going into other businesses and setting up call centers. At this point, we've helped three major mortgage companies hire a grand total of 18 full-time employees that work for them. And those people are making phone calls every single day out to past customers that are in process, that's your pre-approved and lookings, calling out to realtors that you currently have deals active with, and realtors and all your referral partners that you've done business with in the past. And we have also come up with and created and tested and refined and continue to make better our outreach scripts for divorce lawyers, accountants, attorneys, financial planners, and insurance professionals. And we are now going out and finding qualified lists of those people, calling them, and then setting up appointments with mortgage professionals so that mortgage professionals can have appointments every day in their calendar without them having to do anything. And those appointments are with qualified referral partners or customers that have been referred by existing customers that you already have. So they're really high quality leads and deals that close. And I believe that right now, with what we're going through in market conditions, it is the absolute perfect thing for you to have in your mortgage business. That's a concierge, somebody who is responsible for filling your calendar so that you are focused every single day on at least 2 to 3 hours of your day being spent on the money making activities, which is either taking an application from a borrower or meeting with a referral partner that has the ability to send you a good quality borrower that is going to do business with you the next day or the next week or the next month. And so that's what today's episode is all about. And to kick it off, I wanted to share with you a really funky story, actually. So my wife and I, man, I am so lucky to be married to my wife, Robin, and I hope that you're in a similar situation. But we get to do all kinds of really cool, fun things behind the scenes. And as much as I'm on social media, I really don't post much personal stuff. You never see pictures of my kids or really anything outside of work time. You know, I share some of the cool work stuff that I get to do, but I keep most of this stuff private. But I'll share this with you. So last week, Robert and I were involved in a real estate transaction. And in order to close that transaction, we actually had to be in person with the other parties that were party to the transaction. And so we had the perfect excuse to get our parents to babysit our kids, along with with my wife's wonderful sisters. And we flew down to one of our favorite places, San Diego, California. And every year we winter away. So we have collectively spent over a year living in San Diego, California, right on the beach. So we got to go back. It was very nostalgic. We were there without the kids. It was amazing. But that trip came up last minute. Like, we found out on Monday. We booked the flights. We were gone on Wednesday. So I was gone Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I came home, spent the weekend with the kids. Had my son's birthday party. We had 14 kids over for a pool party. I can tell you that is a whole lot more work than running a mortgage company or running marketing. And then on Monday, hopped on a plane to be here. So in my business, Connection Incorporated, I don't have time to be generating leads. I don't have time to be making sales presentations. I don't have time to be growing the business throughout that time period. But I want to share with you what has happened so far in the business this month to give you an insight into how you in your mortgage business can step outside of the minutia that you've allowed yourself to get into a pattern of doing, and open you up to a new reality where even if you're a sole producer, in just 90 days, you can have a couple of people and a couple of systems that pay for themselves, okay? These people quite literally make the money to pay for themselves within 30 days. If they don't, you haven't got the right hire. And what we do in our program called the Executive is we will actually help you hire the people, or we'll just give you the people. We have the people here to make the phone calls for you to book the appointments. So you can just come in, buy it as a service from us, and have your calendar filled out. But anyways, the purpose here is for you to understand that you don't have to be the one making the phone calls to your past clients. You don't have to be the one calling your pre-approved and lookings. You don't have to be the one making the calls to follow up with the realtors, because what is important is that the system is run properly, that the client or the referral partner gets that warm, fuzzy feeling and the information that they're interested in, and that you built the system to take care of that person. And all of that happens with proper scripting and just having that script dialed in so that they see that communication is valuable. Same thing with setting up referral appointments with high quality referral partners. These are not the struggle people or the people that have ego. I'm talking about the top 20% of the marketplace that are already successful, that appreciate a good system, that you want to be partners with. When you have an executive concierge that calls that person on your behalf and they say that they are your executive concierge, they're your executive assistant, and that you've hand selected that person because you've heard great things about them, you see that they're doing great business, and you're putting together a network of people that are all looking to grow in the local marketplace, and you want just 10 to 15 minutes of time to see if they'd be a good fit for your referral network. And that's just an example of one of the scripts that we have. We have many. But that outreach positions you in a completely different light with that top performing referral partner than you actually making the calls. If you're the one that's making the calls, you're actually showing them that you don't have staff, you don't have systems. And if you are making calls out to qualified referral partners or past customers, we all get so busy, and real estate deals come up and conferences come up that you get to go to, and sometimes you just don't feel like working and you feel like going on the boat or spending time with your kids fishing or whatever it is. Like, we don't have to be work machines, but you better believe the work's got to get done every day, and we've got to continue to grow our businesses regardless of what's going on in the market condition. And if your business is structured around you having to be the one that does everything, as soon as you stop doing, it stops getting done. And so I believe that you should have the most important hire outside of underwriting and processing support is an executive concierge that takes care of all of the outbound communication. And that includes your phone calls, your emails, your text messages, the social media messages that you're sending out to people, your social media content. All of that should be handled by one person in your organization, and that person's role is to fill your calendar with qualified, vetted, business building appointments. Your job is to show up to the appointments and close either customers or referral partners. And so let me share with you our numbers here in Connection Incorporated, and then I'll share with you some numbers that have happened while I was gone in California for our concierge agents that are booking appointments for our mortgage clients. So this month in Connection Incorporated, already we have generated a grand total of 348 leads that have come into the business this month. Out of those 348 leads, we have booked 99 sales appointments. Again, thus far. Out of those 99 appointments, we have delivered 55 quality sales presentations. So that's somebody that gets on the phone, who's actually qualified for the system, who has the conversation with us and goes through all of the questions that we ask them about their business, and then asks us, hey, yes, I agree, I would like all of those phone calls and emails and systems built for me, and I'd like somebody else to do it. How much is the pricing? Like, people have to ask us on the consult what the price is. Otherwise, we'll just be like, was that valuable? Yes. Are you good? And they could just leave. We're there to literally build value. So we've had 55 of those value building conversations that have resulted in people asking us for the price and if they can become a customer. And out of that, 18 people have said yes. And my return on investment of investing in advertising to generate those leads, and then the money that we have collected, we are at a positive return on investment of that capital of 136%. So of the money that I have put into advertising in the last, let's see here, 21 days, I have already more than doubled that money back in the business from the sales created from the marketing and advertising. And I know those numbers because we track them every single day. And you should be tracking in your mortgage business every single day 3 very important and critical statistics. And here they are. Number 1, how many outbound phone calls were made in order to initiate business? And that can be phone calls to past customers, to your pre-approved and lookings, to referral partners that you already have a relationship with, or new referral partners that you're looking to build a relationship with. So you're tracking how many outbound dials happen every single day. It should be between 100 to 150. Then you're tracking how many conversations actually happened as a result of those conversations. Now, normally, if you're calling in your local marketplace with a local phone number with a local area code, you should be speaking to somewhere in the range of like 25 to 30% of the people that you call. So that's conversations, number of phone calls that have been made, number of conversations that you have, and the number of appointments booked. I'll share with you here Samuel's numbers from yesterday. Now, Samuel is one of our Espanol dialers who dials just in Spanish. Yesterday, he worked 125 leads. That means he made 125 phone calls. He contacted 22. These are past clients that he's calling. And he booked 15 appointments yesterday for our clients. Another one of our dialers here, let's see, Acacia. So yesterday she worked 130 leads, contacted 12 people, booked 5 appointments. Last week, oddly enough, she made a grand total of 560 calls, spoke to 102 people, and booked 25 appointments. That's an average of 5 appointments per day. Let's take another one here. Lenny. So yesterday, Lenny worked 132 leads. So he called 132 people. He spoke to 21 people and booked 5 appointments. Again, our concierge dialers average about 5 appointments a day. So I share those numbers with you to open your mind to the fact that you don't have to be the one that's stressed about where's the next lead going to come from? Where is the next deal going to come from? There are professionals right now waiting for you to take this shift in your business and say, you know what? I am going to focus on the money-making activities. I am going to focus so that I have systems in place so that I can generate quality leads and I can eventually grow to make sales without me having to be involved in the mortgage business. And that's where I would love for you to be. So if that sounds good to you, I'd like you to go to cigrowthcall.com. CI stands for Connection Incorporated, growthcall.com. If you go there, you can book a one-on-one consultation with one of our representatives, and they will go through and ask you some very strategic questions that we've put out that's going to help you identify the areas of low-hanging fruit and the most available profit in your mortgage business. Some people it's your database, some people it's your pre-approved and looking, some people it's realtors, some people it's lawyers or financial planners or investment advisors. Some people it's a webinar and they're just looking for more direct-to-consumer leads, or there's all these different strategies that we have to grow your business. And so what we do is we take you through this questionnaire and identify which opportunities are the greatest for you right now in your business. And then we will share with you the campaign that we would use to go automate that process in your business. And that's entirely free. We're happy to share it with you. And then at the end, if you would like us to provide you with a concierge, or to talk to you about our executive program where we give you all of our advertising campaigns, we give you daily social media content, and we help you hire your own concierge so that the concierge is the person making the phone calls, making the social media posts, booking your calendar full with people that actually qualify, that want to speak with you. We can talk to you about that at the end, but only after we deliver massive value and you actually ask for the sales presentation, okay? So go head on over to cigrowthcall.com. We're really looking forward to seeing you there, and I hope that you enjoyed this episode of the Loan Officer Wealth Podcast.